Is that a... Scanning. Unable to add to existing categorization. Compiling new system data. Building. Error check. What have you got, Aurora? Archaeograph updates now complete. Executing self-update. 3%, 64%. Updates? What updates? Initiating reboot sequence. Wait, what? Aurora, what are you doing? Is Infinity Home trying to hijack its way out? Oh no. Oh no. What? You're Professor Zay? Oh no. Rick hijacked Aurora. Reich and Baron. Right, you can call me Rick. I feel like we already know each other. I feel the same way. Aurora, are you still there? Still here, Professor. This is uncanny. You're no longer constrained to the moment of a memory. This is what you wanted, to interact with the past, right? That's true. I have to admit, I sort of feel like one of my game characters. On that note, is there anything you'd like to ask? What happens now? Is this the end? End? No, the journey doesn't end here. You've found your way out of the house, and you've found me. You must find Mira. She would have gone into the caves after well, how did you die? The way I guess I always knew I would. My condition gave me several close calls throughout my life. Oh. Is that him under the blanket? I thought it was Mira. When my house fell underground, the air changed. There was very little oxygen. It became harder and harder to breathe until that was it. At the time, I had very little idea what was happening. The collapse caught Mira and me completely by surprise. The house just fell. It was terrifying. Now, I know about the collapse, the Bloom, Ares, and Noah colonies. It's a strange feeling to know the future after you're already gone. This is really weird. What about the house? Is this the only way out? It seems that way. To be honest, I'm not sure what lies ahead. You may not be able to get back the way you came, but something tells me you have everything you need. If I make it out, your life will change humanity's entire perspective of the past. I'll share it with everyone. Great, but one request. Yes? Can you leave out some of the embarrassing parts? I think so. Good luck, Professor. My story ended here in this room. There was so much I didn't get to experience. Oh no, he died so early. I never finished Echoes and Embers. I never got to marry my love. I didn't become a famous artist. It seemed like my failures always outweighed my successes in life. And yet, thanks to you and Mira, I'll live on. Sort of. I owe her so much. Well, so I guess that coworker isn't the descendant of Rick, because Rick never made babies. Oh, no, that's a lie. He might have made a baby. I guess Mira technically could have been pregnant. Thanks to me and Mira. I've never felt closer to her than I do now. Still, I miss her. You're right, Professor. Human emotions are so complicated. You found your way out of the house. Keep going. Ew, he just stays there the whole time? Harvey Pewter in the dark web binary. Oh no. You are an abomination, Harry. Yeah. Harvey Pewter. Harvey's eyes glinted wildly. Within them was the fury of a boy who had lost everything, and a million lines of code executing every second. I am the perfect human and machine interface, the inevitable conclusion of 1,000 years of human knowledge and technology. The hive-mind AI was surrounded, dwarfed by the vastness of Harvey like a lonely ship bobbing in an endless ocean. This war is over. I won. Harvey's words were not so much spoken as they were manifested from the fabric of the tech web itself. You won nothing. What I achieved cannot be undone, even by you. I did what no one was willing to do. You killed millions. To save billions, your world will remember me as its hero. I am its utilitarian savior. Words. Even in the presence of Harvey's staggering power, the voice of the hive mind blazed with ineffable arrogance. No one will remember you. Harvey collapsed on the hive mind like a tsunami. The hive mind's worldwide logic network, spread across 1 million data centers, had never truly felt anything other than a constant determination and desire for control. But for a single nanosecond, as the AI forced the infinite technological force that was Harvey Pewter, it experienced its first and final emotion, a deep sense of existential dread. And then, from within 1 billion devices around the world, all trace of the hive mind AI was deleted from existence. What? I'm pretty sure that's the whole room. I am worried, Aurora. About Commander Tai, Professor? Yes. Has there been any signal whatsoever? Nothing. I have no choice but to move on. I can't help him from here. I need to reach the surface. It can't be too late. I don't know why I keep scanning. Oh my god, there's a skull in the room. Oh no. Death room. Well, I guess it's time to find out if this is the end of the game or not. It's not. Oh. Maybe it is? Multiple mirrors? But there's no memory node in sight. These projections are persisting, seemingly of their own accord. Aurora's methods seem to be evolving. Map unavailable. It's kind of hard to figure out. I probably could have totally split this up into 2 episodes. It's kind of hard to figure out how far it's gonna go to know if I should just cut it or if I should just keep going. After I escaped the house, I stayed here overnight. Hello? With the house blocked off, I knew I had to go into the darkness of the cavern. Can you hear me? And I lost hope. The air was getting harder. When you couldn't breathe any longer, I thought I might die alongside you. Now I feel strange that I didn't. You talking to Rick? There must not be enough data to generate an interactive projection. Oh. What? No, bring her back. I wanted to talk to her. So hard to breathe. Is this how you felt all the time? My chest just feels so heavy. Even short bursts of walking tire me out. Staring at the path made by the flashlight. It's like walking through an endless tunnel. Are we gonna find a skeleton somewhere down here? Looks like a bottle of water, a candle, and a box? You didn't die alone. In the end, that's all you wanted, and I gave you that. Aurora? Yes, Professor. When you play these projections, are you able to feel Mira's emotions? Yes, Professor. You've come so very far in such a short time. I feel strangely proud. Maybe you've grown beyond needing an interpreter. I know you've had many over the centuries. I hope that... Well, I hope I was a good one. You were. Very much so. Wait. Remember earlier how I made a joke? It might have been in a different episode about game fog. I honestly can't remember if I talked to the projection already or not. It's really bad. You didn't die. Yes, okay. Skip scene. Yes. game fog is real. I've been playing this for so long today. It's been hours since you died. Oh no. When everything fell, you seemed so badly shaken. At first, I thought you were upset about losing the house, but then you got worse. The inhaler only did so much to help, and it ran out so quickly. I'm sorry I had to leave you behind. I had no choice. If there's any chance of escaping this, I'll need to go through the caves. I can still feel you. I'll escape for both of us. I just have to hope rescuers are on the way. I love you so very much, Mira. This game took a really dark turn. Am I still not gonna map? Marks on the floor. It looks like metal scratched against the rock. Poles from a tent, maybe? Why hasn't anyone come to rescue us? Oh no. I'm afraid of what's happened. What if whatever this is huge? Walking these caves, I keep going in circles. Am I getting closer to the surface or further away? Yesterday, I spent hours bumping my head on rocks following a shallow side tunnel. When I got to an opening, my own empty water bottle was waiting for me on the ground. Same one I'd finished that morning. My light keeps flickering out. I feel so lightheaded. What a weird place to die. Oh, she's gonna die alone in the caves. All I could grab from the upstairs, 3 bottles of water, the tent, and a few other supplies. Hooray for not unpacking after camping trips. The house was collapsed in several parts. I couldn't see a way upstairs. I was sure the ceiling would come down on my head. Now we'll see how long this stuff lasts me down here. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a campsite. It's just more supplies. I've been sleeping in the cave since you died. The ground is really uncomfortable, but I had to move on from the house. Closing that big door for the last time felt like I was protecting your body from whatever caused all of this. Is that weird? I'm worried about water. I've been drinking a 30 bottle a day according to my watch. I go to sleep thirsty and wake up with a headache. More than light and water, I miss you. Over and over, I relive our last day together. It's hard to think about anything else. Love, Mira. Look at this old thing. I think it fell, just like the house. For one night, I won't have to put up my tent. I doubt it would start even if I had the keys, but the lights still come on. I feel like we're at a drive-in movie theater or something. Tonight's feature film, Stalagmite Gardens. I put my hand on your cheek. Touch your hair, you smile. You look at me the way. There was a pack of gum in the glove box. It was a nice relief from the hunger and thirst. Free of fear and fatigue for a few hours before I move on. I'm always leaving you, Rick. And yet, you're still with me. Poor Mira. Oh, it's a truck. I thought it was a car. I saw light in the distance. The caverns opened up like a giant mouth, and as I passed by, there seemed to be a brief shimmer. It only lasted a minute. Whether it was the sun or a hallucination, who knows? The more this cavern winds on, the more I realize nobody is coming to rescue us. Whatever caused your house to fall must be much bigger than we could have known. Who knows how much was destroyed? Is my family okay? My God, you never even got to meet them. They'll never get to meet you. I was so stupid to wait. When I see them again, If I see them again, I'll tell them all about you, I promise. There was another tremor today. I guess it isn't over yet. I hear rumbling noises sometimes. It's like the earth is alive. No, it's like the earth is dying. One of the side tunnels I'd explored yesterday came crashing shut. It didn't go anywhere anyway. None of these tunnels seem to go anywhere. My only hope is that the cavern I'm in now will lead to safety. Question number 37. Favorite food? Did we answer that one? Mine's Makmali kofta? Did you know that? It's made with couscous. Yeah, I told you that. Or maybe lemon chicken. That's good too. No, onions. Okay, fine. Keep them in. I don't care anymore. Lydia hates lemon chicken. Lydia hated lemon chicken. No, she still hates it. Oh, it sounds like she can't decide whether or not she believes her family is still alive. Dear Mira, I can barely lift this pen. I feel I won't last much longer. You've brought so much warmth to my life, and I'll die thinking of the wonderful moments we shared. I hope the joy I gave you in return was enough. You're sleeping next to me now as I write this, and I realize I'm keeping you from leaving this house, from finding safety. When you read this, I'll be gone, and you must move on without me. Don't bring anything that would slow you down. The house is gone, and memories are so much more important than things. You're strong. You're much stronger than I am. Please survive and remember me. I'm so thankful we met. My little world was a much happier place thanks to you. My throat is on fire. You'd think I'd learn my lesson and take a break, but no. With love, Riken Baron. Did he allow himself to die? Oh my god, there's so much more. Maybe I'll make this more than one episode post-edit. Oh no. Eating makes me feel guilty. Would this trail mix have kept you alive a little longer? You said you weren't hungry. We could have had one more conversation, told one more joke, shared one more story. I could have told Rick that I loved him one more time. You can still tell him. He'll hear you. He begged me not to leave him. Towards the end, it's all he would say. Please don't go. I told him of course I wouldn't. I would never do that, but he kept saying it. Until he couldn't say anything at all. His forehead was cold with sweat. I rubbed his head until he just stopped breathing. At first I wasn't sure. It was so quiet. Now it's my turn. Only, I won't have Rick to comfort me as I die. I'll just have his memory. Poor Mira. Poor Mira indeed. Pretty crystal though. Oh no. Is it a crystal fed by her corpse? Oh, crystals. I wonder if these are the crystals that was hinted in the magazines about the CO2 absorption or whatever it was. I'm starving. Only 2 left after this. You'd think this would taste amazing with how hungry I feel. Oh, it's a Jupiter bar. I've seen pictures of those. Commander, you're... I've always wanted to try one. Too bad they don't last 300 years. Alive? Well, want a bite of mine? Oh. No way, I couldn't do that. Thanks though, Mira. It must be the air in here. I can barely taste the chocolate. Better eat it anyway though. It will help you reach the surface. I'm not about to start losing expedition members now. Well, if you could expedite a tunnel out of here, that would be great. That's pretty funny. Aurora, you're projecting the commander like a memory. Why? There is an 82.8% chance that Commander Tai will respond in such a way where he's still alive. He isn't dead. I am sorry, Zay. His survival is highly improbable. No. I have run several simulations. The commander had neither shelter nor transportation to escape the storm. High category spore fall is extremely fatal, as you know. The commander was a unique person. His death saddens me as well. Come on, Professor. You've got to keep moving. If you make it out of here, you can share everything we found. But it won't be the same. You can tell Noah how I died. You can tell them, well, that it was worth it. Aurora, stop this. You've got to stop. I can't see him this way. Oh no. Are you sure, Zay? His words tend to raise your spirits. Hey, I'd help you up if I were alive. No. These caves are pretty cool in a gloomy sort of way. No, no, no. No, 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 no. If you kept going, I wonder how many. Aurora deactivate. System deactivating. Oh, I didn't get to read it. Okay. Tai, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'll find your body. I'll bring you back to Noah myself. You'll be with your family. If any of you have been following since the beginning of this story, she distinctly begged for just 5 minutes to explore before this storm, and convinced the commander to stay. Well, he wanted to stay with her. She convinced him to let her stay for like 5 more minutes, and that's how this whole game started. If I make it out of here, that is. Are we not going to turn Aurora back on? Jeez. I forgot she was deactivated and I tried to like scan the room. This way. This is real? Real plants, but that can't... What is this place? Aurora. Initialize, please. Aurora initialization sequence. System activated. Sys check 100%. Mem check 100%. Oxygen filter 28%. It's so low. Aurora small core 23%. Link to Ares rover down. Professor Zay, my behavior was incorrect. Please, accept my sincere apology. No, Aurora, there's no need. I know you're trying your best to adapt, to cope with everything. You're becoming something I can't expect to control. No more than I could expect to control another human. I'd like it if you continued your projections, but let Commander Tai rest in peace, okay? Of course. Now then, take a look at these. Living plants. They appear to be an undocumented species of allium. An unprecedented find, Professor. Are they going to be barren onions? But how can this be? These should have been eradicated 300 years ago. The soil here is sustainable for growth, and the air consists of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and oxygen. Wait, is it breathable? Yes, Professor. There's another entrance up ahead. I must see more. I bet they're barren onions. They totally look like onions. Oh, it just keeps going. I mean, I did want more game content. I'm getting exactly what I asked for. Aurora, up ahead. Oh no. It's impossible. Oh no. Oh, it's a tree. but there's a dead person. Oh, NASA. Just like the pictures. It's so tall. I've never imagined it would be so beautiful. Commander? He's not moving. Oh, is that the commander? No, that can't. Commander? Interpreter rig identified. Hello. Attempting to activate small core, checking DC member. That isn't him. Interpreter rig identified. Hello. Check. Checking. Member. That's another suit from Ares. It's old. Attempting memory sync. Begin syncing. Errors detected. Syncing with outdated Aurora unit. Please wait. Syncing with an Aurora unit? Ooh, it's an old Mira. I was gonna make that joke earlier. Like, what if Mira made one of the foundations, you know? My name? My name is Mira Aurora. Oh, we never did hear her last name, huh? I wanted to make that joke because of what the professor said about their science and their matchmaking database putting the best compatible mates together for survival. I wanted to make that reference, and I was like, that's too predictable. Come on. My name is Mira Aurora. 300 years ago, things fell apart. When I escaped these caverns and reached the surface, the gas that killed so many during the collapse had dissipated. But the bloom came quickly. It spread throughout the southern border like wildfire. It was in the air. It burned my skin and lungs. I thought I would die after all. But a group of researchers found me. They brought me to their compound. Ares. That's right, Professor. The last surviving humans, as far as we knew. They gave me a room. We became a working family. But as months went on, we watched the bloom take over, just outside our sealed windows. I knew my family was dead. Mom, Dad, my poor sister Lydia. Everything we had known, our whole world, was just a memory. What happened to Deep Connect? Of course that's your first question. You're such a scientist. Well, that's an easy one. You're talking to it. Aurora? She's grown so much. I managed to hang on to my project when I escaped. It's been a long road since Deep Connect version 2. It hasn't been easy for her. Imagine waking up not knowing where you came from. She led us to the house. Subconsciously, I think she knew she was missing something important. She was seeking answers just like you. Deep Connect was my life's work. I adapted it to manage Ares systems. Eventually, it oversaw the entire colony. It could anticipate shortages and give the council advice. Well, mixed advice. It always had trouble expressing itself to humans. You could say I was the first interpreter. To think Ares has operated on software designed for finding romance. Ares has always done what it had to survive. Don't regret surviving, Professor. Together with Aurora, with Noah Colony, you can start to fill in the gaps. Speaking of gaps, how did you ever wind up in this cave? I wanted to find Rick. I wanted closure. And I was dying. Bloom exposure takes a hefty toll on the body. But they knew my condition, so they let me go. You never moved on after Rick? Oh, there were others. Mostly boring scientists. Ahem. No offense. Rick had such compassion for people, and my memories with him became more and more precious. A beautiful life, loving one another before the world ended. It was hard to move on from that. I like to think he's a part of Aurora, though they never met. So what happens now? You tell me, Professor. The lives of the Baron family are part of Aurora now, part of history. But there's always more to discover. You're right, of course. There's so much left. Follow this cave to its end, Professor. I've got a surprise for you. I'm sorry I couldn't show you sooner. What? So much suspense. More onions. Wait, is this the end of the cave? I go behind the tree or to the side of the tree? I guess to the side. These things are growing everywhere. Oh, yay! Oh, he's gonna die still. Ty? Zay? It's you? I'm really here. How did I get in here? Looking at you, I'd say you barely made it. I crawled. The bloom ate through my suit. I managed to burn it off. I don't feel so great. Aurora, can you tell how he's doing? He's so totally gonna die anyway. The commander's suit is beyond repair. Oxygen filter not present. Emergency systems depleted. Comms inactive. Detecting several fabric breaches, cutaneous injuries, and beast salve. No gloom contamination found. Temperature and heartbeat are stable. He's showing signs of exhaustion. Ares Rescue. They acknowledged my distress call before the rover was destroyed. We're both going to be okay, Ty. But wait, my filter. Say, how am I breathing? I've adapted? I no longer need oxygen. I'm transforming. There's air in here, Ty. Oh. Hang on, Zay. Is that real? That's not a hallucination or something? No, that's a real tree, Ty. I have so much to tell you. I found Rick and Mira. He didn't survive. She did, sort of. Thanks to Aurora, they're both here and deep connect. That's wonderful, Profess. Oh, why don't you rest? It sounds real good. I get a memory down here? Aurora, did you? Go ahead, see what it is. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right here. But how are the spores not coming in through the hole? Aww. Oh. What? Oh. Ooh. The sunken city. Nice haircut, Zay. Produced by Way Down Deep. And all these other names that I'm not gonna try to pronounce. Well, I can pronounce most of them. Well, that was interesting. Production babies. Noodles. Other office dogs. Oh. Cat back? Cat back. I need a cat back. It's so bad. It's so cute. Why is this at the end of the credits? The end. Oh, I haven't saved in a really long time. Oops. Is that... Am I supposed to do anything? I clicked. Oh. That's the entire game? It's under options. Normal stuff. Okay. Okay, that's it. Everybody go home now. Bye! I really liked this game. I was a little suspicious at first. A lot of these games that I come across that I do content on, I think I'm gonna like them, and then they're like, okay. This one I thought, maybe I wouldn't like it too much, and I ended up loving this game. This game was awesome. I don't even know how to put it into words right now. This is something that I would actually consider playing again in the future, just so that I could go through and listen to the music and the weird little dialogue sound effects and stuff like that without narrating over top of it, so that I could just enjoy, like, the sounds of it. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But playing a game like this alone versus for content, I have a feeling would feel a little bit different. Find a way to support whoever made this game. Buy the game, gift it to friends, follow their content elsewhere, pay attention to other games they make. I am now insanely curious if they have other games from these people. And I'm gonna figure that out one day. And maybe kind of track them to see if they put out new games in the future. Who knows? Okay, for realsies this time, bye!